On this course, CSS, we are going to learn how to make this simple layout. Hello everyone, welcome to the CSS course. In this tutorial, we're going to learn what CSS is. So basically, what is CSS? CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. CSS describes how HTML elements are to be displayed on screen, paper, or another visual media. So basically, it's the visual styling such as color and font and other things like background color, etc., etc. CSS saves a lot of work to control the layout of multiple web pages all at once. External style sheets are stored in CSS files also. So now that we know what CSS is, we're going to look at the basic syntax. So basic syntax is that CSS has a selector, a declaration, and inside the declaration is a property and a value. So in this case, the selector is h1, which targets the heading 1 tag, HTML tag, and inside the declaration, inside curly brackets, is a property. In this case, it's color. Blue is the value of that color. So that h1 tag, the heading 1 tag, will display a font color of blue. Load up Visual Studio Code. We're gonna look at the syntax and other things. Let's look at an example. Let's load up Visual Studio Code. If you don't have it installed, install it from the website in the description. I put the link in the description. Okay, see the extensions. Okay, once you've loaded Visual Studio Code, go to extensions. Make sure the CSS extension is installed. In this case, in my case, I have to install Beautify and let's see, HTML CSS support. Yeah, those two or any other CSS snippet extension. Once you have that installed, create a new HTML file. Save it as index.html in a folder. Type in type in HTML and load up the HTML5 boilerplate. Once that's loaded, this is the syntax. Go into the body, delete, and let's create a box. Let's create a header box. Type in header. If you don't know the HTML yet, you can check out that course in suggested. Alright, anyways, let's continue. Inside the header, we have a h1 tag. Let's put title content. Okay. Now let's style this. Create a style tag. We're using internal styling in this example. You can use external, but we're going to use internal for this example right now. Okay, so now type in h1. Now this targets all the heading 1 tags. Let's type in background, let's type in border first. Border, let's make it 20 pixels, green and solid. So right now, this border thing highlighted is the property. This is the value, and this is the targeted element. For border, we have to specify a width, a color, and if it's solid, dashed, etc. I'm choosing green right now, and I'm going to change the font color to white, using the white one. Alright, let's load it up. Go live. I'll show you. Right now you see the border, 20 pixel border. Now if I highlight this, there's our content. Reason why the text is hidden because the color is the same as the background. So let's change the background color so you can see the text. Background color. You can use background or background color. We're going to use background color for this example. Background color, dark green. Save it. Alright, we got that dark green background color. Next, let's align the text. Text align center. Save. Alright, now we got this. But suppose you need, one thing I wanted to explain is that suppose you need a color like another color that you like really specific color you need. So you can type in RGB red, RGB GB, and now select how much red value do you want it to be. You can go to Google RGB to hex or something. RGB color picker. Alright, we got RGB. Now choose a color. I'm gonna choose this blue. This blue right here. Okay, so this is the RGB value. Copy this. Paste it here. Now view your file. The text has taken the color, RGB color of that blue we chosen. Now suppose you want it to be like use a transparency. So do RGB A, which is red, green, blue, and alpha. So type in, let's put a white. So I know that white is 255 red, 255 green, and 255 blue. Now the alpha is the value, it's a decimal value, integer. 1 is solid, 0 is completely see-through or transparent. So I'm going to use 0.5. That's going to make it half transparency. I always put a semicolon at the end. Save it. Now you can see it's transparent. It takes the transparency of that background color always in mind. Okay, let's style an image now. So I'm going to create a section. Create an image. Wait, let's create a logo first. The image logo, that is. So we're going to create it here in the header. Image source. Pretend this is our logo. Okay? And now we're going to target the image. We're not going to use a class in this video or a style, like inbuilt style into the HTML element. I'll show that in the other video. If you want to see that, check that video out in the suggested box in the top right. Okay, so we're going to go to image. We're going to set the width to 50 pixels, height to 50 pixels. Alright, now watch this. Our image has been turned into a 50 pixel by 50 pixel square. You can change that size by typing in any number here. Alright, now let's change this to header. Now watch. Alright, we got our image here. Okay. And we're gonna change the padding. Sorry. Yeah, padding top to 20 pixels. Alright. There's our image, there's some text. Now let's put some content down here. Let's create a section. Let's create a nav. Use a nav HTML. Now to create a nav, you need to first create an unordered list. You might be thinking it's going to be vertical. You want horizontal. We'll do that through CSS. So type ULLI first, and we're going to type in home. That home, about, contact. Save it. Okay, got that. Now let's style the nav. Nav, like that. Width, let's turn it into 90. Width is, I'm going to use a percentage this time. 85%. Background color green. Now I'm going to use a hex value this time for the background color. So go to our color picker. We got our hex value here, but we want a green. So let's move the slider and pick our green, like that. So copy this hex value, paste it. Alright, now look, our nav has turned green. Let's change the color to green, gray. Yeah. Okay. And now text align center. We got our let's change it to white so we can see it better. We got our stuff here. Now we need to style the elements to be horizontal. Type nav ul. Let's remove the bullets first. Text decoration none. List style none. Now this changes the list style to be horizontal now. Float left. Now ULLI. Float left. Display inline. That's it. Oh, something's wrong. We got 3 items here. Space them out. Padding. Let's put margin left. 4 M's. Now M is a font letter size. 1 M is equal to 1 letter. So 4 M's would be 4 letter spacing. Home, about, contact. Okay. Now that our nav is done, let's create the content of the page. So we're going to put article, we put H2, we're going to put home, we'll put paragraph. This is a paragraph. We put some sample text like that. Okay, we got that now. Let's style the article. Article like that. I'm gonna change the background color to same that one. Color to white. Sorry, we'll change our color to be RGBA 55, 55, and 55, and change our alpha to be 0.8. That's pretty solid, but okay. We can put our padding left. Let's put 1.7 amps. Remember to put the semicolon. Okay. And let's put our height to 100 VH. 100 VH stands for Viewport Height. Viewport Height is basically, it takes 100% of the view of your screen. So now save that. Just look at the look. Alright, looking good, huh? So far. Just gonna push this down a little. Push the home text. So we're gonna put padding top 1.7 amps. Okay, we got some text, we got some home, we got a nav, we got a title, we got a logo. So this is basically our layout we used for this video. This is just a basic layout. It's not a detailed layout, like it's kind of looking old stylish. So, but this is a good way to learn basic few properties of CSS. Thank you for watching. If you're interested in any other crash course, why don't you leave a comment which one you want. Is this course good, CSS? And like this video, and check out this other videos. Subscribe for more tutorials, and we are going to do some other courses like React and native apps, cell phone apps, CSS, HTML, JavaScript, PHP, other stuff like that, programming languages. So stay subscribed.